So in this episode of our primitive tools series, I'm going to show you how to make and use a primitive stone chopper or hand axe. So learn how to up your primitive survival game and learn how to make these essential woodworking survival tools. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do to work on the spear is make a stone chopper. And it's going to be really rough, and I'm just going to do it really quick. It's just I need a sharpened edge, serrated edge that I could chop things with. And this is almost all limestone, so I'm going to use a limestone chopper. So I'm going to hit this low platform here. It's lower than the rest of the rock. That's where you want to hit. And you want to brace it with your fingers so that when you hit, the shock wave travels down your fingers and makes the flake run along the edge here. So on all of these, I'm using a ball end of an antler, and I'm looking for a ledge like that where I could just knock off pieces. And you could use these to scrape down the wood. They're going to be super sharp. So don't waste any of those. And like I'm almost done with this already. Just need a sharpened edge, really. I want to keep this edge sharp. There we go. Now, that I could use. So, we're just going to use this kind of in a motion like that. We're just going to chop with it. And I'm going to do that until the wood gets cut through. And it'll take a little bit, but it'll work. This here would be a primitive hand axe. Most of them have the tip sharpened. I like to use the side on mine. It's easier too. So I'm going to use the really primitive hand axe here to cut up this wood. So this was a little too big for my hand to be doing the work here at this angle. So I snapped it in half, and I'm just going to use this end. This end is sharper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in at this angle like that over and over, and then I'm going to come in at this angle to create a V, and I'm going to do that over and over again until it cuts through. So I cut through a little more than halfway. I'm going to take my big moose antler here. What I'm going to do now is cut another groove here. A V cut straight in. So I'm going to use the hand axe. I'm going to sawing motion straight in like that. And this is going to take a while, but you'll get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to use the handle of the antler to knock it out. There we go. You can see it's starting to cut right there, and you just got to go in there and go in there. We have to go to about here. That should be enough. I've been using this primitive hand axe as actually a saw. You can see the sawdust coming out of there. I just keep sawing a little at a time. And I think that's good enough now. I use this primitive hand axe, or a little chopper, to make a spear And you can see it worked very well. So we cut that fairly deep groove in. We'll be able to fit the spear point in here, and we'll have our spear ready and set to go very shortly. I'm very, very pleased with this simple tool, stone tool. I guess this would be called a chopper, actually. It's less than, the hand axes have a sharp tip. This is more of a chopper. So in this video, I showed you how to make and use a primitive stone chopper or hand axe. And you can see how well that worked. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications.